cool time. Time? Okay. And since then, we've tried our best to warn you. In fact, this will be our 8th attempt. 8! Really? 8. I've wasted my life.
Gonna yank your legs off, Cody.
Okay, sure, right. So 6 years ago, we spoke of a teleporting boar. To be exact, the video ran on July 8th, 2017, one day before the writer's birthday. Coincidence? Yes! That one is a coincidence. The very first boar story we ever broke was the ruthless swine attack on the British ambassador Lee Turner, who was chased by 5 boars and had to seek refuge on a bramble of tree trunks. What did Lee know? Why was he targeted? We may never find out. We spoke of a teleporting boar that rose from the Baltic Sea like Poseidon's hungry, starving dick! And we theorized that this teleporting boar was sexing through Europe and Asia and fueled by the radiation from the Chernobyl and Fukushima disasters. We even showed you, with science, that radiation doesn't decrease the volume of boar semen. Trust me on that. I've looked into it a bunch. We warned that this pharaoh murder parade was marching to the US of A, and sure enough, we were proven right. In our second video, we discussed the growing hog problem right here in America. We explored possible boorigins, which included, but wasn't limited to, violent Nazi-bred super cows, which do exist, and the possibility that the original pig was in fact a guinea pig for nuclear bomb tests, specifically Pig 311, which had mysteriously survived the Bikini Atoll tests, presumably through the power of forgettable alternative rock. Yeah, chill! That's Pig 311, 311, Pig 311. We noted that as the hog pop increased, so did our nuclear power plants, and in Japan, swine was literally eating and replacing their elderly citation needed. We spoke of a one Donald Trump, and how he seemingly was working with the hogs in some kind of uneasy truce. Clearly, we were only snuffling the surface of a larger snout-spiracy that we could only begin to imagine. We also spoke of a psychic Ukrainian pig and theorized that along with teleportation, it appeared that these monsters were gaining a second superpower. Geez, anything happened in Ukraine recently? That's weird. And we kept going. Despite the many letters and legal challenges, we kept going. In episode 3, we pointed out that Putin seemed to have an uneasy truce with the swine due to his love of tigers. You can go watch the video, but the point was that Putin was literally a hog, more or less. He's not to be trusted, is the takeaway. Don't trust Putin for this, and only for this reason. Also not to be trusted for this and only this reason was the Trump family, which attended the infamous Pig Beach Island and had secret meetings with the boar. That island is known for celebrities and influencers offering their own genitals like plump little oysters for the slurping. We asked to see Donald Trump Jr.'s scrotal records and got nothing! What are they hiding? Hunter Biden isn't afraid to show his scrotal records, so why not you, Jr.? Why not you? At this point, it was clear that some powerful people in this world were actually working with the boar, figuring out ways to make them more superpowered in some perverted quest to be subjugated by the swine. And the testing worked. And soon enough, the first psychic boar dropped in America.
Amanda Eller, a physical therapist who was lost on a hike in Maui, telling her story tonight for the first time since she was found after going missing for 17 days.
You have a choice to make. You could sit on that rock and you can die, or you can start walking down that waterfall and choose life.
That's the story of a Hawaii hiker who followed voices down a trail that turned out to be a freaking boar's den. They lured her there with voices, but nobody cared. In episode 5, we talked about the careful media push to make boars family-friendly and spoke of the new boar invasion at the Canadian border. Or should we say border, which I did already. So it's a boar pun. In episode 6, we talked more of the boarmalization and proved that cops were protecting boars. Don't trust cops for this and only this reason. Russia was more boar than human at this point, and it seemed that there was no help in sight. Even our country was founded by boar lovers, as George Washington had so many hog protectors that he lost count. It seemed that Boars and our country were intertwined, destined to be together. By episode 7, Rome was being held hostage by Boars, and I just sort of gave up. Luckily, a legally distinct nuke dream took me out of that slump, and in my fury, I discovered that even Elon Musk, America's horse-bribing Tony Stark, was helping the hogs transcend their one limitation: a lack of thumbs. Was nobody on my side? Or was the whole world was the whole world just laughing at me? Do they think me the fool? Well, guess the heck what, butterfuck. It turns out that Cody was right. Hashtag it on Mastodon, I guess. I was right, because at least one of my theories has been proven true. I'm like those UFO people who definitely displayed an alien corpse from Mexico, so long as you don't look into the details. So don't look into the details, but they definitely did it. Just don't look into the details. I'm like that. And after the break, I'm gonna tell you what I was right about. And yes, it's boar related, so let's do the ads before I explode! Hey there, nut lovers. It's your nut boy, Cody Nuts Johnston, here to tell you about nuts.com. Do you, like nuts? I eat nut often. I eat nuts for nut breakfast. I eat nuts for nut lunch. I eat nuts for second secret nut lunch. For dinner? Nuts. And if you want a huge variety of nuts, well then you gots to go to nuts.com. They have so much more than what you find in the grocery store, not to mention that all of their nuts and other snacks are fresh. They roast their nuts and pop their corn the same day they ship it out to your face. That's right, it's not just nuts, but also sweets and dried fruit, and also nuts, pecans, pistachios, almonds, nuts. You know about nuts, right? These are nuts. We actually had a friend meet up recently and got a bunch of nuts.com sent by someone who couldn't be there. It was great. Every time I chewed a nut, I thought of them, my nut friend. And right now, nuts.com is offering new customers a free gift with purchase and free shipping on orders of $29 or more at, that's right, nuts.com/more news. So go check out all of the delicious options at nuts.com/more news. You'll receive a free gift and free shipping when you spend $29 or more. I already said that, but I said it again. I already said this next part, which I'm going to say again. Nuts.com/more news. Nuts. Nuts.
Hello, world. It's Katie the Diamond Stole here to tell you about Stamps.com. You know, since that scuba diving accident, I'm always, what's the word? Forgetting stuff. Like my parents' names, or the fact that I completely omitted a new wetsuit from my holiday wish list. Mine was shredded. And if you run a business, be sure not to forget Stamps.com from your wish list. Stamps.com makes it easy to send out orders anywhere you want from your home. All you need is a computer and a printer. And heck, it just got even easier with their new mobile app. It's the raw, terrifying power of the post office, wherever you are. And it's not just a way to easily buy and print postage. Nah, Stamps.com has a supply store where you can replenish your mailing supplies, as well as offers on discounts of up to 84% off USPS and UPS rates. They have been helping businesses for 25 years now, so check them out, why don't you? Where have you been the last 25 years or our previous ads? Now's the time. Sign up with promo code MORENEWS for a special offer that includes a 4-week trial plus free postage and a digital scale. No long-term commitments or contracts. Just go to Stamps.com, click the microphone at the top of the page, and enter code MORENEWS. Do it for Katie and her scuba brain, very good brain. Braining.
Ad over forever until the next ad. We're doing Boars. I'm chained to the truck. I guess this is our Halloween episode. Lots happening is my point, so let's keep going. Before the break, I told you that we were finally proven right about the Boars. So what was our theory? What did we say? Well, we've Picked a new president, kinda, sorta. Possible coup, but whatever, it's fine. But not really. Maybe, I don't know. Okay, well that's a clip from November of 2020 about